Hey there, it's Wayfair here, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app, when you spot it, a brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's Room of Choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Welcome to the Black Tax. There's an African proverb that says, if you fear something, you give it power over you. There are moments I have to remember that I am black, that I am male, that my voice carries a level of intimidation to those who fear black men. Not because you've done something to them, not because you've said something to them, just the mere fact of your presence walking into the space is a pause for an alarm in their inner mind. They say the most dangerous place for a black person in a white person's life is in their mind. Because in that mind, they create every scenario that is tragic, violent, because that is what they've been fed over their lifetime for generations. It is insulting, it is disrespectful, it is hurtful. And when you are in those spaces, you have to find a way to command yourself to not lose your control, lose your mentality, lose your mind, and want to cuss every white motherfucker out. It is infuriating. It is a level of disrespect that every black man, I don't care who you are, where you are, why you are, from the most MAGA-driven motherfucker to the most far left, we as black men are forever damned by the skin we wear, the sex we are. And because of our walk, our posture, our demeanor, it's intimidating and fearful. The other day, I went to find out why the documents that I had submitted for a rent-controlled apartment in New York City was not uploading. Now, most people would have just uploaded the document, never went and did the extra mile to find out what was going on, why it was going on. But because I need to find a new place to live, since I'm going to be traveling and moving around the country, working on my documentary, my children's series, my micro movie project, I needed to secure a new space that I could balance, that would always be here if I was going to be in Houston or Atlanta or in LA or in San Francisco, DC, Philly, wherever I'm going to be working, I could always fly back home to my space. So I go into this neighborhood, which is predominantly Hasidic, and I walk into the building, I go upstairs, I look for the office, find it, and I walk in. Now, inside the office, there is a small waiting area with a steel door, a glass window that has a hole in it and for talking through, and a hole in it to pass documents through. In this room, there are several desks, maybe 12 desks, and there are 12 white Hasidic women. And I need to be very clear about them being Hasidic and being white. And when I walked in, the fear that raced over their faces were so visible that no one wanted to speak to me. I proceeded to the window, and I've been in this situation before, so my voice has to slightly change. So I said, "Excuse me, I'm looking for Rachel." And everybody looked at each other and didn't say anything. Then I said, "I'm sorry, is there a Rachel who works here? Rachel Weiss." Now I know her first and last name, so then I must know something about where I'm at and what I'm there for. So one of the older looking women was like, do you have your letter? And I said, I don't have a letter. I'm having a problem uploading documents because it says I haven't uploaded documents when I have. Nobody wanted to move. Nobody wanted to say anything. Everybody just looked like, I'm not going to deal with this nigga. I'm not going to talk to him. I'm afraid. And there was a one woman, her name was Leah, and she walked up and she says, how can I help you? I said, my name is Malik Shakur. I have been on the apartment list. My number got called. I came in because I keep checking for an appointment and it keeps saying I haven't uploaded document. I've uploaded the documents not once, not twice, but 3 separate times. So I decided to come here today to find out, am I doing something wrong or is the system doing something wrong? She says, do you have the documents with you? I said, I do. They're electronic. She says, can you email them to me? Absolutely. So I opened up my laptop. Actually, I had my laptop and my iPad. I opened up my iPad, went into my files, looked for the documents, and then forwarded the documents to her. My tax returns, both New York State and state, a letter about me being self-employed, my passport, my driver's license, social security number. It's an income restricted apartment, so in a new building, they want to make sure that what I'm saying I make. So they have all that stuff. I sent her the first document. I said, I'm sending you a second set of documents, which all the other information in it. She's like, let me verify you have it. And I was like, fine. She said, oh, I got it. So I didn't ask for a receipt in my hesitant to want to leave the space because it was clear, even though I was there for a legitimate reason, I still made these 10 or 12 white women uncomfortable. Now, I have a backpack on. I have a Mets fitted on. I have my work bag with me. And if you know me or you don't know me, my work bag is about 30 pounds. It consists of my MacBook Pro, my iPad Pro, my notebook, power cords, headphones, batteries, if I'm outside working, I have a backup battery to charge my phones. And I also carry 3 sets of headphones. I carry the headphones if I'm going to produce some music. I carry the headphones to talk to on my work phone. And then I have my earbuds when I just want to put some music in my ears and just kind of drown out the day. I know that sounds like a lot to carry. It's not. It's just an everyday. And because I'm a nomad type of gig employer and employee, I kind of have to carry this up. But it's also healthy because I get to walk 4 miles a day with an extra 30 pounds on. It helps me work on my muscles, and it's a whole process. I wanted to talk about this in particular because as a black man who is about to turn the corner to be 60 years old, I have been dealing with this my entire life, my entire career. It is disrespectful, it is insulting, it is annoying, it is frustrating, and it's a constant. I am unemployable, not because I don't have the skill sets, not because I don't have the education. Hell, I got 5 fucking degrees and I'm unemployable simply because I am black and male and intelligent, and I know my job very well. I know what it is to be a lawyer. I know what it is to be a business person. I have an MBA. I have a JD. I have a master's in industrial psychology. Those 3 degrees alone allow me to be able to problem solve, create opportunities for myself, and continue to move forward. But all I'm seen as is a threat, a criminal. It doesn't get easier. It has never gotten easier. So what do? You live with the frustration. You live with the inability to stand on your own fucking 2 feet. Because why? Because white people want to make sure you know your place. I've never known my place. I never will know my place. I am 4th generation college educated, 3rd generation lawyer, and at no point, at no time, can any white person ever put me in my motherfucking place. I am independently strong, intellectually practical, mindful of the spaces that I am in, and also I maintain a sense of superiority just by the way I walk, head up, chest out, with not a care in the world. No one defines me but me. Especially white people will never have that ability. Now, you may have your thoughts and your abilities and your things and your powers and all the things that you think are important to you, but they don't make me change who I am. When I step with power. When I step divinely. I'm blessed to be given this name, a king that is thankful to God. I honor that my father wanted me to be named after his hero, El Hajj Malik Shabazz. But I cannot and will not surrender myself to the whims and the wheels of the imaginary black man that lingers in the minds of white people. I will not allow myself to change who I am to make them comfortable when they are the ones who make us uncomfortable. They are the ones that causes us to have to code switch. They are the ones we have to be mindful of how we say things, because white tears are real and white tears have power. So you learn how to make it work. But in this instant, in this insulting, disrespectful space where they are given the power to choose who can live in this building and who can't live in this building, it's insulting, it's hurtful. It is very, very much the same kind of colonization, redlining, segregation behavior. And not one of them have a college degree. Not one of them can intellectually, let alone combined intellectually, match me. But I'm at the whim of their behavior, their racism, their bigotry, and their ignorance. So what do? You don't change who you are. You learn to read the room. You learn how to approach it so that it is kind, stern, but you're not bothered or moved by what it is. It's an art. And as you grow as a black person in life, in business, in corporate America, you learn how to read a room very fast. You know, we know racism before racism even begin. Our secret sixth sense. Our seventh sense is understanding how to read a room, how to walk in, how to maintain our composure, and how to not lose it when something is said that is racist, guised as a joke or a passing statement. If white people really knew the level of hostility and anger that we truly have for them or against them or their behaviors, they wouldn't come out of their homes. But because we are a group of people who understand repercussions, we curtail our relationships, we curtail our arguments, we curtail a lot of things on the job. Because I know somebody who listened to this got somebody on the job who is white. They want to smack the taste out their mouth and their lips into next week. But you can't. And so you have to bite your tongue. Don't bite your tongue. Document it. On this day at this time, she said A, B, C, and D, or he said A, B, C, and D. I addressed it at the moment, and he or she just dismissed it. Send it to yourself. So when that explosion happens with them, because it will, you have documented proof of things that happen, and that's important. I know I'm at a point of rambling at this point, and I apologize for that, but I am just incensed at the fact that I'm just trying to find an apartment. I'm just trying to move into a space that is rent stabilized, that is brand new, that gives me an opportunity to rebuild my business after the writers and actors strike, and so that I can continue pursuing what is important to me. My race should never become an issue, but unfortunately, being black and male, it does. So, I want you to remember your pride, your strength, your power, your abilities, and never let anyone dim that light, especially when it comes to racism, because they think because they have the complexion for protection, they call the shots. But in reality, you're the one with the gun. Stay woke. We're out.
Some days call for some oomph to amplify your everyday look. Like when you want the look of false lashes without the extra effort. Reach for Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Volumizer Mascara. Or when you want all eyes on your smile, keep Empower Gloss Ultra Glossy Lip Serum in your bag. It's a burst of 24-hour hydration that smooths like a serum, shines like a gloss, and can be worn sheer or layered. You'll also look and feel your best with Thrive Cosmetics. Plus, every product is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean, skin-loving ingredients that work with your skin, not against it. And for every product purchased, Thrive Cosmetics donates to help communities thrive. So every time you use your favorite Thrive Cosmetics product, you're helping communities you care about too. Amplify your everyday. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/shine26 for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/shine26.